Hey everybody, Tony Pressure Washing Depot here in Homosassa, Florida. Once again, a beautiful Sunday outside. I'm moving my toolboxes from my garage over to the shop so we can actually start our maintenance side of our business. So when you have a pressure washer or something needs some work on, oil changes, just everyday maintenance, we can start that process now. But the topic of discussion today, that I was talking to someone the other day, that they're terrified of their employees knowing their prices, and that's something that a lot of small business owners do struggle with, is do you tell your employees what your prices are? How do you explain to them how you come up with your pricing and stuff like that? And one of the things that I found in our business that worked for us is I actually taught my guys how I did my pricing, but I also taught them how to look at the overhead and everything else that goes along with it. Just because you're making $1,000 on a job or you're charging $1,000 on a job doesn't mean you're profiting $1,000 on the job. So when I would educate like my team leaders, I would educate them on the cost of everything that we did. So, not so I could teach them how to be my competitor. And I know I'll get some slack off of this, but it was really good for us on upsells, because if a person said, hey, while you're here, do you have time to do our driveway? If they didn't know the pricing of the driveway or how to price the driveway, then we lost out on that money. If same thing, hey, while you're doing the house wash, do you have enough time that you can do a roof wash? And most of the time I had them geared up to where it's I probably don't have time to do the roof wash now, unless they did have time and they did have enough solution. But we can line you up on the schedule. Here's how I would price it out, and I would teach them how to price that out. So if they could do it, then they'd give me a call and say, hey, we're this house could be a little bit longer because we're going to do a roof wash for them. Or they would say, hey, I need to get this person on the schedule for doing a roof wash. Here's what I quoted it at. So the crew knew how to do that, and then I would give them bonuses and incentives for the incentives that they could go out there and they could upsell, and I'd give them percentages of that, just so they knew that whenever they were out there on the job, it really benefited them to do that as far as upsells and stuff like that. So that's why I showed my guys the pricing. Whether they did or did not jump in there. I had a few of them that they just got all about upsells. But I didn't want them being pushy with the customers either. It's hey, make sure that you're professional about this. I'm backing up. Yeah, if you see me going backwards, I'm backing up to the shop. But so I was one that I felt that they really needed to know our pricing, so they could do upsells. And I did have one or two that they'll go out there and they'll try to start their own business, and then they realize how hard it is to get into business doing this and continue doing what we were doing, if they didn't have a general idea of the numbers and stuff like that, and found out that, hey, that $1,000 payday wasn't necessarily a $1,000 payday, especially when you got a helper and stuff like that. So there's a big debate whether you do or you do not tell your employees about your pricing. For us, it worked in our favor by teaching them our pricing. Yeah, if you're making your customers happy and you're making your employees happy, more than likely you're not going to have a turnover rate. You're always going to have that one, though, that they come in there with the idea that they can do the business better than you can. And especially nowadays, everywhere you turn, you see another sign. So a lot of people, another sign that says roof washing, house washing, whatever. So a lot of people are very skeptical on teaching other people how to do the pricing. But, when you get that call for the job, you're going to go out there, and it's really your personality and your business model that you're going to sell. And if somebody that works for you actually picks up on that and can do better for themselves than you can, congratulate them. I've had a few people that I taught everything they knew about pressure washing and jump out into the field, and one or two of them are really doing well now, because the way I look at it, the way I see things, if you've flown in an airplane and you've looked down and you've seen all them houses down there from point A to point B, there's no way your business can clean all of them. One of the areas that we live here, there's 7,500 homes in this one subdivision, and we took care of about 1,100, 1,200 of them homes per year. You figure with 7,500 homes, and if I'm covering 11, 1,200 of them, we're not even touching them. So if somebody else is getting a slice of the pie, I just look at it like, that's why I'm here right now with you guys. I'd rather see you get a slice of the pie than rather have everybody or somebody else try to get all of it, because there's not enough of any one company to get everything out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's my idea for today. PressureWashingDepot.com is our website. Like, share, subscribe, tell everybody about us. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one.